Hello, Mr. Antonio. So this is how we do the Google Ads management specifically. So you created the ads account yesterday, you submitted it, and whenever we start a new campaign, I think we should check it basically every day for the first week, 2 weeks, to make sure it's going in the right direction. Then we can kind of lay off. So we're gonna follow this journey. So as you saw, we submitted it. You submitted it Wednesday, Thursday. So it's running for 2 days, and we're on the third day. So we can now make some analysis, right? We've gotten 13 clicks, 122 impressions. It's costing about $1.60 per click, and the total cost, they call it, but the total ad spend is $20.84. And so on this page, you get some high level overview stuff, right? So this is kind of important. We set up the conversion tracking. Well, you did, so great job. And if you wanted to see that, you can add this metric, apply. And so there's been one conversion, which is actually crazy, right? For 20 bucks, great. That's a good sign. And so each design that you look into is going to be slightly different. This one you have to add the metric. Some they have a drop down. Some are a completely new design. So like, just keep in mind that Google Ads is always changing their freaking platform. So be mindful of that, please. So okay, so what do we do next? What we're gonna do next is we're gonna check out the specific campaign, right? So we're gonna hit all campaigns. This is the one you created. Small budget, $8 a day. So you can think about the budget as just the activity that it can have. If you're spending $100 a day, you're going to get $100 worth of activity. If you're spending $8 a day, you're going to get $8 a day worth of activity. Meaning, if in 10 days, that's $80, you would get $80 worth of activity in one day if you had $80 budget. So like the expectation is based off the budget, right? Because it's just the amount of activity you put in. And so once we're here, this is the same data with a little bit more. Let's just go through it. You're not going to understand any of this, but maybe you can reference it later. So 13 clicks to the website. We're going to the homepage. Impressions, 122. How many times was it seen, or at least active, right? So in this scenario, it's mobile detailing near me. So most of this is going to be on mobile, but it'll be how many times did somebody see this sponsored ad? Like they passed through it. They didn't take action, but they passed through it. A click is if somebody actually clicked it. That's where the cost actually comes from. And okay, click-through rate. That means out of how many times it was seen, how many times did somebody click through it? It's literally math, right? 100. Now I'm gonna show my cards here because I don't know which one's first. 122 divided by 13 is 9.38 click-through rate. So impressions by clicks. High click-through rate means the ad is more effective. Low click-through rate, the ad is less effective. Meaning the headlines were catchy, it had a good placement, it had the right extensions, etc. From my understanding, 4 to 8% is good. Like that, if you're within that range, that is kind of like industry standard. Below 4%, you want to work on your headlines, you want to work on your descriptions, you want to work on your ad extensions or ad assets, whatever they're called now. If it's above 8, it's like, dude, take it. Add more budget. Like it's performing well. You're really not going to see anything too high. So 10.66 is actually kind of crazy. So we'll look into that a little bit. Average cost per click. How much is each click costing? This is dependent on how many competitors there are, what your budget is, what your bidding is. Right now we're maximized clicks, so we're just trying to get the most clicks as possible. Total spend, ad spend $20.84. Search impression share. This means how many of the possible impressions for our keywords in our area are we coming up for? So we come about 12.66% of the time, which is really good. This is a super small budget. That means either there's not a lot of people running ads in the area, but we're appearing. It's very small, but a lot of the times you're going to be under 10%. That just means we are not really relevant. In this case, we're at least popping up. Click share means out of all the total clicks, how many are we getting? So again, for the keywords that we deem, that we put in the keyword list and also in the area. So under 10%. So we're not getting a whole lot of the clicks that are available, which is good because if we were getting 100% of the clicks right now, that means there's no more. We took all the possible business that there is and there was only one conversion. For the most part, that's never going to be a problem. Click share, and then we'll ignore these. Phone calls is really confusing because I don't know if it's it won't count as a conversion. Sometimes it will say that there was a phone call, but it won't be a click to call conversion. Sometimes it'll be 5 phone calls on this thing, on this column, but there's only 2 conversions. And it's like, okay, well, where are these really? And then if you ask the customer, they're like, yeah, we're getting calls, but X, Y, and Z. So, and I've looked at the definition. I don't really know. Bid strategy, for the most part, it's maximize clicks. At some point, we may go to Depends on the account. We may do maximize conversions, but we keep it pretty simple. Conversion rate. So how many conversions do we get based off of the impressions? And we've gotten one. So and it's costing $20.84, right? So what is the cost of a conversion? Which means for every action, either a form submission or a call, click to call, or a call from extension, it's costing $20. Which you do the math, right? If it's $20 and the company charges $150, not bad. If it's $20 and they sell the service for $10, you lost, right? Okay, so how do we check what this conversion is? So you go to Tools, Conversions, and it will be here. So generate lead. So somebody submitted a form through Google Ads specifically. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go just see. Well, I'm not gonna do this now because I don't want to make this too complicated. So now we can always go to the Gravity Forms and pull what it was. So we can always go to the Google Analytics and look at more data there to see, what it says. So this wouldn't be you because I know you test the forms, but you do it organically or direct rather. We don't do it through the thing. We don't click the ad. I hope you're not. But that's how it works. So let's go back. Okay, so then we're going to go down a level down. So this is the ad group. Not really much here because we only have one ad group. So here are the keywords. What are the most popular keywords that we had? Detailing services for cars. 5, 3, 2, 1, 1. This is the order of the clicks. So who got more, who got less. Impressions, click-through rates, individual keyword level, the cost per click. Because everything's averaged out. The total cost, where the conversion was. So that's actually kind of important. Because it'll tell us like, okay, it came from that keyword. And quality score. More metrics, but we won't overdo it. Okay? So this is just the keyword list. The more important part is what are the search terms? The search terms are like literally what somebody put in Google to see the ad and to click on the ad. And so car detailing to me was the keyword that triggered this search term was triggered by this keyword. 2 clicks, 16. Okay. And then what we do here, this is kind of like the most important part. We just have to make sure that all the search terms match what we want. So car seats shampoo service. That's fine. Detailing Fort Worth. Fine. Mobile paint correction near me. That's actually great. Cheap interior detailing near me, right? Because this is a new customer, we're going to leave it. They got to take on cheap right now. That's just the way it is. Auto detailing, car interior steam cleaning, extreme car detailing near me. This is probably like a brand, but that's fine. How much does it cost to detail your cost? This is like mid funnel. This is not the best, but it's okay. Vehicle detailing prices. How much does car detailing cost? How much the best rated car detailing, Irving, Texas? Are they in the area? So Fort Worth auto detailing, interior car detailing, car wash details near me. So car wash, this is more, auto detailing specific. So maybe car wash is not good. So if we see something like that, we want to make it a negative keyword. But keep in mind that we really only focus on the ones that got clicks. If they got just impressions, there's going to be a million of these. We don't, it's not a big deal. If they weren't clicked on, because you're always going to have impressions, right? So for the most part, these are good keywords. Like there's not really anything bad. What happens is sometimes you'll see like car detailing supplies or boat detailing or something like that they don't do. That we have to make a negative keyword. So just to give you an example, I'm gonna make that one a negative keyword if I could find it. Car wash details near me. Just because it has the word car wash. So you can check it, add as negative keyword, do it for the campaign, so that is across the campaign. And there, now if somebody look up specifically car wash details near me, it won't appear. We can also be proactive and add keywords that we don't want in before it happens. So like jobs, supplies, supply, course. If somebody looked up detailing jobs, detailing supplies, detailing supply, detailing course, we don't want that. Even like business, sometimes people look up business. And there. Now, these are broad, so like if they're related to this, it won't pop up. This means they specifically have to put car wash details near me. So what we're going to do is we're going to put car wash. Actually, we're just going to put wash. No, I'm going to leave it out. Because see, they can do wash and wax. It's some people look at it wrong and some people look it up right. So we kind of have to leave it there for the people that don't really know the terminology yet. But yeah, this is like day one deep dive or look through to make sure it's in the right direction. And it is. So like every day we're going to check on it and make sure it's still being steered in the right way. And hopefully we keep getting conversions. So thumbs up.